and welcome to this tutorial where we'll be going to learn about the different types of alerts and progress bars. So as always, I'm going to create a new file, number 15, alerts and progress bars.html. In this tutorial series, I'm trying to avoid as much JavaScript as possible and just teach you about, or we learn about, the items in Bootstrap that do not require a little bit of JavaScript. So I'm going to copy everything here and just paste it in our Bootstrap template here, and rename here to be alerts and progress bars. I'm going to save time and just copy this heading 1 and heading 4 from here, from a previous tutorial, and just bring it here. Inside a container class. How could I miss a container? And then say end of coding there. So alert and progress. Then just so we start with alerts, right? Just like buttons, alerts also have different contexts. Let's cancel that and start our live server again and close that one. Okay, so just like buttons, alerts also have different context classes, so we can apply that alert class to any item, and in this instance we're going to apply it to a div class. So it's a class of alert, and after that, let me just use this and primary. Okay, if I save it and give it here, it's not going to show anything because we have not given it context. So let's do an alert primary, and it shows it like this. You can see, shows it like that. And for accessible rich applications area, we give it a role of alert so that those screen reader applications can know what they're working on. The next one is alert success. Alert success, and I'm just going to create all of them so that we see in the browser. Then of course we can have an info, then which other one have we? Warning. This is warning. Alert in the color of warning. Then dark, and then a light one. Okay, I don't think there is one we have left out. Of course, my favorite one, the red one, danger. Save, and let's see. This is how they look: primary, success, info, warning, dark, light, and danger. Okay, so this is how the alerts will look like. But situations exist where inside the alert item you can have a link, and this is how you can put them in it. So I'm just going to copy this and say here with a link, and copy an alert here, the danger one, which is my favorite, and it takes all the contextual classes that we have seen, just that inside the div where we said danger, we can also have another item that actually, let's say this danger is a link. Okay, but we can add a class of alert link to it. If I save this and go, you see we've placed. I've forgot to put a proper margin here. Yes, now we have some distance between the two. If I inspect Q, yes, now we have a link there. But what if we have some additional content in our alert element? Because it necessarily doesn't have to have only a single word. We sometimes have a simple paragraph in it. Let's give an example. And I'm actually going to give alert with content. So let's take normal alert. Let's let me take a success one. And actually we want to communicate that we are in success. So inside this alert, we can have an alert heading. You can see. So alert heading, and probably we can give it, let's say it's heading 5. Let's make it, then we say submitted. Then from there we can actually have a paragraph that says your message has been submitted. I cannot spell successfully. Okay, if I save that and I go to the browser, you see the heading, alert heading is here. So it actually formats it better, and it's unfortunate if we will not be able to dismiss this. So it's better we learn how to dismiss such type. So I'm going to say this is alert warning, and with dismissal, I think this is going to be double S. If I save that, and yes, alert with dismissal. And the way to put a dismissal is we just put a button, alert warning, alert heading, and apart from that we just put here, let's say we put a button, and we don't need to put anything inside. We just put a class of btn close, and we need to give it a data attribute. So I'm sure it's supposed to be able to dismiss it, and because we already given it the classes of alert, and the contextual class, and you need to make it dismissible. Sorry, I had forgotten this. Alert dismissible. I don't know if I can. Then if you want an animation of show or fed, you can put it there. It's dismissed, it's gone. Then we need to put data attribute here, data dismiss attribute on the button, and it's an alert. See, then I don't know why it is not working. Fed. Oh, I need to show. You need to show it. Okay, it needs to start with showing, or else it will dismiss itself. So to dismiss this, I just click on the X item and it's going to close it. Okay, so I'm going to save this again. It's going to show, but that's how you put the X icon there, just by putting a button with this class, but btn class, and data dismiss attribute. But remember to also put an alert dismissible class on top. Okay, that's it for alerts. Let's go into progress bars. I'm trying to get an H4 here. Let's do it. So pumped. Progress bars. And to create, of course, it comes from a div, and we can do different types of progress, just a simple progress. So we apply the class of progress and then a margin bottom of 3, just to have a margin between one and the other. Inside the progress bar, I'm not going to do anything inside apart from just using a progress bar. So the parent has a class of progress, but the child needs to have a class of progress bar. Actually, it's not progress hyphen bar, it's progress bar if I'm not wrong. It's actually progress bar. The role is the one that's supposed to be different. And inside this, I need to define what the width is going to be. Width of, let's say, 25%. Yeah, of the parent. If I save that and I go, you see, it's 25% of the whole parent. But we need to add several area attributes, like what the role is for our screen readers, progress bar, what the area value of now is 25, and then area, the value, the minimum value. Minimum is of course I'm going to put 1, and the area maximum value, that's value max, of course, is 100. So I've just put it at 25% to show that. So that's how we are able to give a default progress bar. If you want to put contextual classes to it, we can actually create other ones. I'll just copy this. Since it has a margin bottom, no need to worry. So of course we'll have a parent with progress and then the margin bottom with all these area rich type of items. I can change this to, let's say, 50. Then this is 50%, just to create. But next to the progress bar, I can put a background of success. If I save this and go to the browser, it shows that. I can go ahead and create another one with a class of danger, but we can give it all the classes that you want, the background context classes that we, so it can be danger, and it will change. Okay, you get the gist. It can be warning here, and it will change the color. So I'm gonna leave it at warning, but I need us to learn about how to give a striped progress bar. So I'll copy this. The rest remains to be the same. The only thing that changes is probably, let me change this. You don't need to change the context class, but we need to give it another class. So the child will have a class of progress bar and also progress hyphen bar that is striped. If I've not spelled long, yeah, and that's how it's going to be with it being striped. If you want to animate this, just copy the same here. The reason why I'm copying is because I don't want to type again, and instead of having the progress bar striped only, we are going to add another class here of progress bar animated. It's now animated. It's the same as this one, but now animated. If I want to change this to danger and see it, see, it's now animated. So that's all for progress bars and alerts and the different contextual classes. You can use this wherever you want, and it just gives a better graphical view of your data. All this data is going to be dynamic at some point, but this is just how we are going to scaffold our website before the website becomes active or live. See, in the next tutorial we will be jumping to learn about tables. See you then.